We tested cordless circular saws from Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, Black Plus Decker, and more to find the best tool for your needs. We took a look at some of the very best cordless circular saws on the market and bought 13 models for side-by-side testing, focusing on battery-powered direct drive saws that range from 7 1/4 framing saws to 5.5 trim saws. Our team of experts subjected each of these saws to an identical series of tests, focusing on ease of use, cutting power, and, of course, battery life. The saw that came out on top is the Milwaukee M18 Fuel 273220, in part thanks to its powerful motor and saw depth capacity. The Skills CR 540601 is a more affordable saw with good battery life and enough power to handle most cuts. The circular saw is a staple of any wood shop, but if you're not ready to cut the cord, see our circular saw review. If you aren't sure that a circular saw is the right style, our overview of the top-ranked power saws outlines or picks from multiple saw categories. There are many products available to choose the 5 best cordless circular saws of 2025 available on Amazon, each with different characteristics. To help you make informed and perfect decisions, I did extensive research, read tons of reviews, and compiled a list of the 5 best cordless circular saws of 2025, available on Amazon from reputable brands. After much research, I found these very helpful for people like you. If you want to know about the price and other information, be sure to check my description. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Number 1. Best overall Milwaukee M18 Fuel 273220. The Milwaukee M18 Fuel 273220 is a high-powered cordless circular saw with incredible cutting performance. During testing, this saw cut through wood like butter with deeper depth cuts than any other saw in our lineup. It also had the fastest cross-cut time of any previously tested saw. This saw had incredible performance across the board with exceptional cutting capabilities. It also had an attached rafter hook, which will come in handy when working on a project. This saw receives the Best Overall award because of its incredible cutting capabilities and above-average ease of use and battery life. The incredible cutting power of Milwaukee M18 Fuel doesn't come cheap. This saw is one of the most expensive saws we tested. While its overall performance is superior, the higher price is something to consider. This saw is also quite heavy. At 8.9 pounds, it can be a lot to push and lug around. If you prefer a lighter model that scored just a hair behind, check out the Milwaukee M18 263120, which is 3 pounds lighter, but does not have quite the same cutting performance or ease of use as the Fuel 273220. Number 2. Makita XSS02Z. This 6.5 saw is mighty when it comes to cutting power. The Makita XSS02 is a capable 6.5 saw with ample cutting power and average battery life. What hurt this saw in the rankings is its lack of both a higher quality battery and user interface features. For instance, while the bevel adjustment is secured with a lever, a definite plus, the lever obstructs the view of the angle marks. It also lacks a blade brake and positive bevel stops. On the upside, the saw has one of the best blade swapping systems that we have evaluated. For those users that like power tools with lots of bells and whistles, the Makita XSS02 will not impress. The Makita is a pared-down machine in the vein of a traditional plug-in circular saw. Its adjustments lack positive stops, there isn't a cutting light, and the sight lines are hard to follow. However, it has plenty of power, levers securing bevel and depth adjustments, and one of the better blade replacement systems that we have tested. Number 3. Bosch CCS 180. This middle-of-the-road 6.5 saw can best be described as meh. We feel lukewarm about the Bosch CCS 180 because it presented mediocre outcomes in every evaluation we use to judge cordless saws. Cutting power, battery life, ease of use, all average. It is neither a terrible saw nor is it worth writing home about. Were it priced a bit lower, we would have better things to say. As it is, we are hard-pressed to recommend this saw with more competitive options on the market. Having familiarized ourselves with the Bosch's interface and run it through a gauntlet of tests, we find it difficult to say much about the saw. It didn't flop the test we put it through, but it certainly didn't excel either. At the same time, the cost of this saw had us expecting a better performing machine. As such, we find it hard to compliment or criticize this saw. All we can say is that, for the money, you can get a saw that performs at a higher level. Number 4. DeWalt 20V Max DCS 570. The DeWalt 20V Max is a professional-grade framing saw. It has a powerful motor that will plow through the most demanding crosscuts and rips. The adjustments to blade depth and bevel are intuitive and effective. Additionally, the saw has an effortless blade-changing system. Our only reservations with this saw are that it's a bit heavy, and it blows through its 5 amp-hour battery relatively quickly. The DeWalt 20V Max looks and feels like a professional quality circular saw. When you put it to the cutting, it does not disappoint. The saw has all the accoutrements you'd expect as well. Easy to adjust depth and bevel. Yeah, it's got that. Easy to remove blade. Yup, that too. Our only concerns are focused on its relatively short battery life, weight, and price point. Number 5. Ridgid R8653B. This tricked-out saw has every ease of use feature, but it lacks a bit in cutting power. The Ridgid R8653B is a souped-up saw. It checks every box in our ease of use evaluation, including positive bevel stops, easy blade removal, and accommodating simple and effective adjustments. Heck, this saw even has a LED cutting light. The only thing that kept this saw from earning an award is its touchy motor, which tends to shut off if pushed too hard in a cut. That said, this is a sweet saw with a long-lasting battery and a manageable price. The Ridgid R8653B sets the bar for stacking the most convenient features into a single saw. These conveniences include positive bevel stops, and LED cutting lamp, and some of the best adjustment levers we've seen. Far from being gimmicky, these features actually go a long way to improve the accuracy of cuts and make the saw more enjoyable to use. Our only critique is that, given that the Ridgid is a 7 1/4 saw, it could benefit from an increase in power to make the most demanding cuts more smoothly. I make helpful videos daily, so do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you need more product information, please visit my YouTube channel. If you want to know the details of a particular product, please comment. That's all from my end.